Hey friends, in the last lecture we talked about components and we also discussed about the two types of components. Here in this, we will be talking about function components. But before we discuss about this, we need to know what is JSX. JSX stands for JavaScript XML. It's a syntax extension for the JavaScript that we used with React. This allows you to write HTML elements and components in a JavaScript file, which React then compiles into JavaScript. Let's come to our My App application. If you remember, we already had discussed about a default component present, that is app.js. We are able to see a return statement inside this function. So some HTML is being returned. This HTML is actually called as JSX. So this JSX gets transpiled into JavaScript so that it can be rendered on the web page just like this one. The syntax of JSX looks exactly like an HTML. So JSX is a feature that allows us to write the HTML code within a JavaScript file. We will be discussing more about that, how it gets compiled into JavaScript in the upcoming lectures. Now let's have a look at the function component. A function component in React is a JavaScript function that returns a React element, that is JSX, and this is what we were discussing right now. It's used to define a part of the user interface and can accept props, also called as properties, to customize the output. Right now in this lecture, we won't be discussing about props. Now let's have a look at this file again. You have a function with the name app. This function represents your component, having a return statement, returning, that is showing some kind of HTML, which is basically JSX in React.js. So it means that if we return any JSX within this, it should be able to render on the web page. Let's say for now, I would like to change this to H1 and I want that it should display a welcome message. Now you see that we are able to render the message on the web page. Now let's create our own function component. We will be creating one folder inside src with the name components, and inside this we'll be creating a component. Let's say I'm going to create a component with the name message.js. Now when you have come inside message.js, the first thing is that you need to import React library from React module. So in order to use the functions, in order to use the React functionality, you are required to import this React library from the React module. Now next is that we will be creating a function with the name message. Inside this we are going to return the JSX. So let's say we are going to return a very simple message as welcome. This is my first component. Right. Now what after this? We are required to export the functionality of this component. So that can be done via two ways. Now we can write export default and then the name of the function. So once we have exported the functionality or the module, then we are ready to render this component inside the parent component. Here the parent component will be app.js. So we will be deleting this part and we will be writing here message. So we need to close this and our message component has been rendered. And while you write, your message component will be imported from the components and then from the message. You don't have to write .js here. You can omit .js. If you write, it's fine. Even if you don't, that's okay. So let's check the result on the browser. As you can see, we are able to render our first component on the web page. Now apart from this, let's have a look one more thing, that you can change the name here. You can write, let's say I can write here MSG, and here the component to be rendered will be MSG. So when you check the browser, you will be finding that you still have the output. There is no error. What is the reason? The reason is that whenever you are using export default, it means that you can use any name in order to render the component. And contrary to this, there is another way of exporting your module, and that is by using named export. So all you have to do is just comment this part, and you need to write export and const. So now this is a named export. In order to use the named export, we need to use arrow functions. So we can change this one to an arrow function by just deleting this keyword, and instead we can use another variable. Let's say if I use message equals to and just convert this into an arrow function. So this is how it would look like. Now when you come to the parent component, you are required to change this back to message and message, and then check the result on the browser. You see that there are some errors. Now what is the reason of this error? It says that export default imported as message was not found in components message, because we are right now not importing this as a constant. It is a constant and we have to import it as a constant, so you need to put curly braces around the message. Right, now check the result on the browser. You see your component has been rendered, and now this time you will not be able to change the name here. Let's say if I change this back to MSG and try to render MSG, you check the result on the browser. This is what you see again. Export MSG was not found. So means it's a named export, and the same name should be considered as you have used in the component. In the next lecture, we will discuss about the class components in React.js. That's all for now.